Hello again, home sellers. Selling Smarter San Diego. Let's talk about all about pricing strategy and hitting that sweet spot when it comes to pricing and selling your home. So here in the San Diego market, we have a lot of micro markets. So even in some zip codes, you have to really consider where you're drawing all of your comparables from. And keep in mind that appraisers draw comparables according to the rules and regulations provided by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Now, I'm not a certified appraiser, but I have conducted over 1,000 broker price opinions for properties throughout San Diego, all kinds, conforming properties, non-conforming properties, historical and otherwise. So understanding the nuances in each area, each zip code, and what you can use as a comp or not is going to be critical in establishing your price, right? So next, factoring in your home improvements. A variety of home improvements will add to the value of your property, but some of them are in fact personal to you, and not every buyer will want to pay for those additional upgrades. So our job as your marketing specialist is to expand the market as much as possible, include as many features and amenities as possible, but at the same time try to find the market that wants the upgrades and amenities that your property offers. Remember that if you try to charge for all the upgrades, not everybody will want to pay for them. But if you can give some of them for free, then you'll expand the number of people that are going to be interested in your property. Next, let's talk about seasonal fluctuations in the market. Turns out the least busy months of the year are in fact November and January. December, it turns out, is one of the more busy months. So having your house on the market during the off season, so to speak, from October till, let's say, after the Super Bowl in February, is still okay. There's still plenty of folks that are selling their homes in San Diego during what we might think of as the off season. In San Diego, as you know, we have great weather, and home buying and selling pretty much happens year round. So more so focus on your personal needs and not so much on the time of year when it comes to the question of, should I list my home now or wait next? Now, when it comes to pricing, there are some risks in overpricing your property. Over a period of time, as home buyers come to take a look at your property and they see what you have and compare it against other properties that are available in the market, they'll start to develop an idea or an impression about whether your property has the right price and if it reflects the right value. So what you want to make sure is that as we get a lot of buyers at the beginning of your marketing, you don't want to have your property overpriced, because that's the time frame when the most number of people are coming to take a look at it. So it's very important to have your property priced right at the cutting edge of the market. Plenty of interest during that time frame before we get to the average days on market. Next. Now, in this market, buyers are really savvy. There's a lot of information available. So buyers do research the market quite thoroughly. So it's important for us to do the same and be prepared to offer your property with the best value proposition possible. Don't try to hide anything from buyers. Buyers are savvy in this market, and they definitely know how to uncover their options. Let's show your house in the best light possible, and let's make sure to disclose and give them all the information they need so that we'll run a very smooth escrow for you. Let's talk about pricing and psychology and tactics. Remember that almost everybody finds homes now via the internet. And in terms of your choice of how to price your home, it's important to bring your property price to what I would call a price break. So this is a even number, like, for example, 700,000 or 1.3 million, not an odd number that is off somehow. And the reason for that is that the home properties are sorted by price on all the websites out there. So if you can get your property within a certain price range, priced the least of all the other competing properties, your home is going to appear first in the search results. Now, there's a lot of controversy out there over whether or not to do what they call pricing on the nines, which is a marketing technique that goes back quite a ways, where you can offer something with a price that ends in nines. And the reason for that, although it only costs you theoretically $1 to actually price on the nines, it's because of that sorting algorithm. In San Diego, we don't have the need to do what we call price floors. When people search for a home in San Diego, they set a maximum price. they don't set a minimum price. So because of that, by pricing on the 9s, your home will be priced below the other competing homes, and it will appear higher in the list. So I do favor pricing on the 9s here in San Diego because we don't have home buyers using a price floor. Now, if you're in an unusual situation in San Diego where a price floor is needed in order to demonstrate which properties are the correct ones for a home buyer, then you can consider pricing on what we would call the zeros, right? So instead of $699,900, then it might be smart to ask for $700,000, in which case your property will appear in both search results. Properties priced under $700,000 and properties priced at $700,000 and above. Next. Adjusting to market feedback is a critical aspect of getting your home sold. Now, it would be great if your home gets a lot of interest and gets one or more offers right away in the first week. That's wonderful, and many of our clients do enjoy that type of a result with our proven marketing plan of action. However, our interest is not always in selling the property super fast. It's according to your situation and your need, right? So your house might be on the market for several weekends, and it's important to collect real feedback from buyers by running multiple effective open houses and by talking with the agent community, both those that have shown the home and those who just come to say a broker's open. Now, feedback is always nice, but we won't always get feedback. And even if we do get feedback, we have to sometimes take it with a bit of a grain of salt, because sometimes we wonder whether or not the feedback that we're getting is actually part of their negotiating strategy. Will they come back later and say, oh, well, in fact, my client actually did like your property, right? So it's good to listen to the feedback. It's good to make note of it. And if we get the same consistent feedback over time, then chances are pretty good that that is reliable feedback. At that point, if somehow your house just isn't selling yet, we can decide what to do to cause your home to sell. That could be taking some of the feedback, incorporating some of their suggestions. That could be upgrades, maintenance, or certain fixes that need to take place in order to sell your property for the current asking price. Or it may also be necessary, according to market conditions, to make an adjustment. That way we get your home sold in the time frame that's right for you. Next, we're going to talk about reacting to offers. Offers are great. That's one of our favorite parts, and we will summarize all the offers that come in for you, including speak with their agents and talk with their lenders. It's a key step. We are proud to say that we close 90% of the escrows that we open. That's a very high rate of closing. The reason for that is the extra due diligence that we undertake before going into escrow. Through having sold more than 800 homes in San Diego, I've seen all kinds of ways that transactions work, and many, unfortunately, that I've seen that don't work. And so using that experience, you're going to be able to position your house in the market and maximize the chances that it will sell on the first escrow. That would be great. Now, in the event that somehow it doesn't sell on the first escrow, we have a variety of techniques that will get the home sold and avoid controversy or drama by having to bring the house back into the market. In general, I will ask you to instruct me in writing for how you want me to negotiate offers that are presented, but we want to make sure that all the offers that come in are bona fide and complete, and that we talk to the buyer's agent about the buyer's situation, their motivation, their urgency, and any potential gotchas that we can at least establish in advance that would help us to avoid complications and drama during the escrow. So if you've ever had that type of experience or know someone that has, you know how disappointing that can be. And so what you want to do is maximize your chances of getting that house sold on the first escrow. Let's do it. Thanks so much for watching this video series on selling your house in San Diego. I'm Jeremy Katz with eXp San Diego House Hunting. Good luck and happy house hunting.